unusual and enhances the end dimension, but it doesn't add any biomes. Only a few mobs, a new boss fight, and awesome features like the Void Totem. With that, I hope you guys and welcome to today's video. Be sure to check out my gaming channels and enjoy the video. General changes. Even some new blocks have been added. Pupa, a block, can be used for decoration or building. The weak and stone bricks found in structures or crafted will break instantly if you aren't sneaking. It can be crafted into potions of building inability to prevent someone to build blocks, cooling down the block and damaging the player. Infused endstone bricks, either crafted or obtained in end cities, will inflict instant damage if not sneaking on it. Another variant of the endstone, the chiseled endstone, crafted via the stone cutter, tells the player some lore about Enderman and another ancient mob. The phantom membrane block cannot be seen by entities. There are lots of other decoration blocks, however they don't have any special abilities. Vegetation is also now growing, commonly the chorus roots and occasionally the new ender fungus. Advanced features. Combine a chorus fruit with a leather helmet to create the chorus helmet. When damaged, there's a chance you will be teleported away. Shulker bullets can now be bottled by right-clicking one with their glass ball. They can be used for levitation potions or consumed to get the effect. Combined with a few blocks, one can craft the Shulker shooters. You can buff Shulker shooters' projectiles distance by making them bounce on bubble columns. The Wandering Pearl lets you teleport safely without damaging yourself. The Gilded Pearl can be linked to a teleportation anchor with a sneak click. When the pearl is used, the player will be teleported to the anchor, consuming the pearl in the process. Mobs. When breaking chorus, an endermite or an ender blob can be summoned. Both mobs will now inflict you with a new effect when you're attacked, the Ender Infection. It summons more endermites and inflicts both damage and nausea. To cure the sickness, gather resources for chorus juice. A new drop is the endermite molds, crafted into glass or glass bottles. Ender blobs often spawn across the normal and highlands as well. This new entity, Ender Blob, can also drop Ender Blobs when slain. When used on chorus roots, these can grow into a full plant. It can either be consumed, inflicting you with Ender Infection, or brewed into Ender Infection potions. Combined with various items, one can craft the Ender Stew. Lastly, it can be made into a block, which negates fall damage and lets you bounce infinitely. Another use is the new End Blob Shield. It knocks enemies away. The scarier version of an Enderman is the Undead Enderling. These aggressive flying mobs can turn invisible and move very quickly. Upon death, they drop Underling scraps. Combined with Phantom Membrane, you can obtain Phantom Blocks or Enderling Scrap Leggings. These new blocks are considered as solid for entities, however every mob can pass through them, perfect for traps. When sneaking, the Enderling Scrap Leggings will grant you slow fall and invisibility. Another use is the Floating Pouch. When right-clicked, it will launch you upwards. Another new block is the Dragon Lamp, like a redstone one. It will highlight nearby monsters and players within a 16-block radius, and despawn undead enderlings within a 64-block radius when powered with the redstone. A new purplish endstone block is found throughout the whole dimension. Don't feel safe though. It is a trap. While sneaking, the monster won't be awakened. However, walk on it, and a new monster will grab your feet. You can capture an ender trapper by right-clicking on it with endstone. And now fireflies wander around the end, especially close to their nests. These new mobs love to eat endermites and ender blobs. Thus will follow the player if they hold an end blob. One can even tame them with this item. While consuming their favorite prey, they drop firefly bulbs, a new light source. These nests are made of a new plank, which can even be crafted. The players can harvest them without angering the fireflies. Structures. There are 4 different structures added by this mod. The ruins are a rare, small structure showing the remains of an old civilization. A more pleasant surprise is the Wanderer's House, that is inhabited by a wandering trader and 2 llamas. It sells a new food item, the Wandering Stew. When consumed, it will either teleport in the overworld or turn invisible if you're already there. This house even contains a secret cellar with some supplies. The end house resembles a small end city. Blocks from different dimensions can be found here, as the lore says, and a man live in this place. And lastly, the ancient end city. This tower is filled with shulker shooters, but at the top the player can find an altar that will summon the end stone golem with a dragon's breath bow. Players can obtain a new item from the loot chests here, the ancient shard. They are crafted into fading blocks, the ender respawn anchor or the purple tank. The fading block will turn transparent when right-clicked. The purple tank is like a barrel, only that it has twice amount of the normal inventory space. The ender respawn anchor can be used in any dimension. It won't explode and will keep your respawn point even when destroyed. The player needs to infuse it with the dragon's breath and right-click to confirm the new respawn point. To reappear in the overworld, place 2 blocks on top of the anchor. Another item found here is the Void Totem, preventing you to die in the void by launching the player into the air and granting slow falling. Now back to the Endstone Golem. With 500 health points, this is quite a tough fight. The boss will slow you down and cool down your main and offhand items. It also inflicts the effect Building Inability. Upon death, it will drop a shulker orb. Itself, it protects against levitation, but combined with other resources, one can craft a new music disc or the nether orb that makes the wearer resistant to fire. If the golem is renamed to Giga Chad, its skin will change accordingly. That was it. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to check out both of my gaming channels and join my Discord for weekly Minecraft events. Stay safe in game. Ciao!